Official histories are written by the winners of wars. Real history is captured in the contemporaneous musings of authors, poets, and playwrights. JaxbyJax Literary Arts Festival brings this real history to light.
There's something happening here and something special about the talent that's here. And so the idea of starting JaxbyJax was to showcase the work that's happening in the city and somehow reflective of the city, and to use the city as the stage to do that.
Since 2014, JaxbyJax has been showcasing the work of Jacksonville writers, both students and adults, writing from or about this bold city we all call home.
So being a Black woman in Jacksonville 2020 really takes me back to a lot of things that I've already marched through coming from the Northeast. A lot of challenges, a lot of conversations that I've had back in the late 80s and 90s that I seem to be having again. So I don't know if that is a feature of Jacksonville or if that's just a feature of where we are. You know, everything recycles. Dear son, Mama said, you can't hurry love. My 6-year-old feet used to bounce this song in the back seat of Uncle Paul's car with the top down.
They know they are standing on the shoulders of giants. Abolitionist writer Harriet Beecher Stowe, whose book Uncle Tom's Cabin has been credited by some with starting the Civil War, maintained a winter residence in Mandarin, a connection commemorated in stained glass by Louis Comfort Tiffany for a local Episcopal church. The window, sadly, was destroyed by a storm. Her voice, however, lives on. Famed writer Zora Neale Hurston spent a considerable amount of time in the late 1930s documenting the lives of working-class Black families in North Florida as a part of a WPA American Folklife initiative. Writer-diplomat James Weldon Johnson, born in Jacksonville, served as the first executive secretary of the NAACP. In 1900, he and his brother Rosamond wrote Lift Every Voice and Sing. The song, first performed at a segregated school in Jacksonville, has often been called the Black National Anthem. Hurston and Johnson were both part of a group of highly regarded Black writers and performers who created a culture of pride and prosperity in New York City during the 1930s, a period that has come to be known as the Harlem Renaissance. Their legacy continues today in the collective work of Jacksonville's vibrant and diverse writing community, showcased each fall in JaxbyJax.
There's a quote that I always love by Nina Simone where she says she believes that it's an artist's responsibility to reflect the times. It's extremely important because we need to be able to document what's going on. We need to be able to reflect, and we need to be able to really lean on our creatives.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let us march on till victory is won.
My name is Ebony Payne English. The only reason we know anything about the humans who existed before us is that the art survived and lived on to tell a story. And just as they did, and those generations and generations and generations before us, we are doing now, which is telling a story through art of what it was like to be human and present in this time.
I'm looking forward to Election Day. I hope everyone else is, and I hope everyone else votes. It's been difficult to see the constant, relentless, unassuaged violence against people who have a body like mine.
I've always struggled with that normally. Like, what right do I have to be writing when other people suffer so much? friends of mine from childhood, for example. And I think more than ever, you know, you have to say, yeah, that's happening, but to stop creating is kind of conceding defeat. You have to keep doing it, keep going. There's a place for it, there's a respite that is necessary. There's hope that we can give. Certainly, when things are hard, I think that's when people need the arts the most. And whether they be superhero movies or poetry, that's what we turn to kind of console ourselves and get through.
Writing takes me away from all of the things I can't control. I can create who I want, doing what. I can kill who I like to kill. COVID-19, although it's been devastating, I'm comfortable at home. I like to be isolated. I like my own company.
I feel like a lot of my creative energy is going toward anger at the people who should be serving the world responsibly and aren't. I'm having to really force myself to stop listening every once in a while, or stop learning about what's being done to people and to the earth in order to let my creativity come out. So it's hard. I think people who have been creative in their lives have a need, an urgent need, a compulsion to continue to be creative, but we've got to find ways to do it in a way that helps the community around us, that incorporates some of the injustices that are being done. That's what I'm having trouble with.
I think we're having a lot of things, whether it's racial disparity and inequity with people, or whether it's environmental crises. Everything's coming to the forefront at the same time. And I've lived here most of my life. I'm 52. So it's kind of the reckoning.
All of us are having to cope with the same thing, and so I think in its own way it's bringing us together. You know, it has its way of being divisive as well, but maybe the overall effect is a positive one, I'm hoping.